YouTube? It's your boy Sice here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Shaggy guide. This will account for both 1s and 2s. I've been playing Shaggy since close alpha 1 and 2, so I have a good amount of hours into this character. I'm currently ranked in the top 3,000s in teams, and I'm close to top 101s. So let's get into the lab and go over his kit and how I think he should be best utilized. Okay, so starting off with the neutral attack, that's this charging punch he has here. This move is pretty good, but it's also pretty difficult to utilize because I will consider it a read-based move because it has armor on it, and you have to be able to read like what your opponent is going to throw at you. And if he throws an armor breaking move, then this move is not that effective. But if he does a move that doesn't armor break, it's a very effective move because it's like a get off me move. Boom. They jump in and attack you with a non-armor breaking move, then you can just throw this move out. Boom. And the thing also about this move is you can cancel it. So if you feel like you're off with a read, like if you predict like a non-armor breaking move, or well, actually, if you predict a armor breaking move and they don't throw the armor breaking move, then you can just cancel it with a dash. So you can kind of keep yourself safe. So you can do this, and it also gives you armor, so you can kind of fake out your opponent with this move. And at certain percents, I believe this move does start to kill. So people got to be wary about that. And if it doesn't kill, it sets you up for a pretty good situation. Okay, that almost killed from center stage. So maybe if he's above a little bit more. Yeah, so this move does kill. Okay, so next up we have his side attack. Side grounded attack to be specific, which is considered his jab. Boom. This is his best combo starting move. It has a lot of hits on it, so you can slow right now, so you can finish the combo and it'll knock him back, or you can cancel it from either 1 or 2. Jab 1 or jab 2. Oops. I think jab 2 is the best because it sets up for a lot of really cool Shaggy combos he can do. So you got jab 1, 2, up tilt. That's something he can do. Or you got jab 1, 2. Oops. Make sure it's not still. To his down attack. So yeah, his jab is really good. That's the move you want to be going for in neutral. At least you can do it from aerials, you can do it from like dashes and trying to get in. And yeah. So yeah, definitely use that move a lot. Okay, so next up we have his grounded up attack, which is this overhead swipe. And this move is pretty good, but to get the most out of it, you want to cancel it with either a dash or in another attack. Otherwise, you get a lot of lag if you just try to do it again over and over. So the best thing you can do is, and he actually slides if you cancel it with a dash, so this is like really good. Or you can up tilt into another move. Up tilt down attack, up tilt jab. It's a very quick option you can do after it. The most you're probably going to get from up attack is up attack to up special, depending at certain percents, or up attack to up air into up special. So there you go. Something like that, you know. But this is a very good anti-air, you know. It's best to use it if they're like coming in at you from a different angle. You want to like slide, because like you can keep yourself safe if you slide with it. So like it's a pretty good solid anti-air, and it's pretty quick, so people don't expect it. Alright, so next we're gonna get into his down attack, which is this stomp move right here. This move is good because it's an armor breaking move, so it's really good at dealing with armor. I mean, you can cancel it, so you don't have to finish it, and you know, it gives you armor as well, if within a certain window, like right there. So it's a pretty effective move. It's also really good at comboing, so you can do something like down there and do a jab or something. And towards the edge of the stage, you can, if you hit this move towards the edge of the stage, you can sometimes get a spike or set up a good edge guard situation. See if I can get it right now. If he stops me ever. See? Something like that. And then you just go off and finish him. And the down attack is what I like to, I use this move a lot for movement. The down attack cancels. Like the wave stomping or whatever you call it. This right here. I use this a lot for just movement. True, you don't want to do it the whole time because it drains your dodge meter. But you want to throw it into how you move in neutral. Like jumping in, or you could dash jump with it. You can even hit confirm too. So like this move is really good. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about his neutral air. His neutral attack in the air. This move is probably one of Shaggy's best aerials, because it's really good at covering dodges, and it breaks armor because it's a multi-hit. So if you find somebody dodge spamming you and you find it really hard to hit them, you want to throw out this move right here. Lasts long, so it stays out pretty active. So if they do try to dodge in or out of it, they will get hit. This move is also good for comboing at certain percents, so you can boom, boom, boom. Well, you have to attack cancel, boom, or you can into itself. One thing you don't want to do is stealth this move, because then it becomes less effective. But even stealth is not that bad. So yeah, this is something you're gonna be throwing out a lot in neutral, especially against, depending on the character you're up against. You want to throw out that move. Okay, so on to his forward air, his side air. This move is good at everything, like literally everything. It's good at spacing. It's good at comboing. It's good at edge guarding. It's good at killing, even when it's fully charged. So this move is definitely one of your go-to moves in neutral. Definitely recommend you using this move. It's good at, you know, space, like the hitbox is really good. It lingers, you know, it's fast, covers a lot of space, and it's hard to contest for majority of the cast. So yeah, this is one of your go-to moves alongside Nair and occasionally down Nair to get those kills. And definitely one of my favorite moves out of his kit. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about his up attack in the air, his up air. And this move right here is really good for juggling and extending combos and covering, you know, catching your opponent's landing. And if you at certain percents, this can be a pretty good kill confirm if you land it like You landed right, so see if I can do it. But yeah, depending on the character, the weight, the stage, it can lead into a kill option. His up special. So overall, not a bad move. This is a move you're gonna be using to extend combos. You know, try to catch jumps. You know, call out dodges and stuff. And it's pretty decent, but overall not a bad move in this kit. So down there is another one of Shaggy's crazy good aerials. It kills that high percent, it combos, and this is the move that you're gonna be using the most when it comes to off stage and trying to get the kill. Like that. That's really good for edge guarding because it spikes and the hitbox is very big. It's also good for, like, you know, trying to swing at a pretty aggressive opponent that you know is going to throw out a move, and you can kind of combat it if you kind of like you can catch them before they finish their attack. That's how good this move is. Yeah, it actually combos too at low percents, so it's another one of Shaggy's moves that does it all. So this is a move that you're gonna want to throw out a lot. So yeah, overall, very good move. Definitely use this move a lot as well. So now we get into his specials, which are really unique and interesting when it comes to Shaggy as a character. His specials are basically what kind of defines him and what makes him unique. And his neutral special, which is this charge move, is essentially his win condition when it comes to both singles and doubles. You want to try to get this move out as quickly as possible, and I will talk more about it when I talk about his perks. But you can charge it by just holding down neutral special, and you can charge it in the air, on the ground, and depending on how you do it, with certain perks you can make it faster, or you can make it one of his perks when you're at a high, when you have taken enough damage, it just automatically activates, which makes it pretty good as well. So in this form, he basically gets a power up, and he gets access to 3 more versions of his specials that are basically powered up versions. And his up special has armor. His during rage, his side special has armor. And these moves also deal more damage and knockback. So you want this on most of the time because this is what you're gonna be using to kill with most of the time. And his grounded down special also has armor. So that's what's so good about this. Like, they give you armor and they apply weaknesses, 5 stacks of it, which gives you 25%. You take 25% more damage and knockback. So basically, this move is good because it forces your opponent to respond and actually do something. If they don't do something, you get this for free. And once you have this charge as well, if you press it again in the air, you get this instant transmission type move, right? Which is, you can use this in teams where you will teleport to your teammate, and it knocks your enemy away and applies 5 stacks of weakness. So yeah, a very good move. One of his main win conditions, and you want to try to get this move out as much as possible. Okay, so now we're gonna go talk about his side special, which is his flying kick move. It's really good. It's a good move to use when you're when you're in the air, when you're in disadvantage, even when you want to be on the offensive side. Has a really high knockback, so you can catch somebody trying to come in with a dodge or trying to run away. Really good. And you can kind of use it in a combo, but it's a little bit tough. But yeah, this move is really good. You don't want to spam it because you can't get punished hard if someone reads it. But it's a really good move to kill. And even more stronger when you have the rage activated. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about his up special, which is his main kill option in Kill Confirm. You can usually you can get it from down there. You can go down there into that, and there's certain combos where you can do double up special for the kill. I'm see if I can get it. Yeah. But yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, up special is really good for killing, comboing, and sometimes it's good for catching certain approaches, but you gotta call it out. You can't do it on reaction because it's not fast enough. But it becomes more of a threat when it's rage, but it's also slower, so you gotta be careful of that. But it's a lot stronger. Up special is something you're gonna want to get really used to using. It's not an easy move to use because it can be dodged if you don't time it right. So that's something to look out for. But it's really good and one of Shaggy's main killing threats. So now we get to the last part of his special move set, his down special, which is the sandwich pluck. And this is a really good move because you can actually zone with it and you don't have to commit. You can poke at your opponent from a distance, put on pressure that way. It's also good in teams because when you throw it through your teammate, it actually heals them. And a good thing about this move is when you're in rage, you can enhance how big it is. And it also becomes bigger. Not that strong, but having a big active hitbox traveling on the screen is pretty threatening. And one thing about this sandwich is you also start with it as Shaggy when you die, so that's actually really good. Sometimes when you throw the sandwich, you can pick it up again, and you can actually combo. I'm not really sure how that works, but I think that's really good. And then off stage, this move is really good at sniping and killing. So I believe that when you're playing Shaggy, you always want to have a sandwich in hand because you can actually fight with it. You don't lose out on anything by having it in your hand. You're basically a normal character even when it's in your hand. And when you feel like you can't get in, that's when you can throw it, close the gap, and then, create your offense that way. When you have the sandwich perk, this perk right here, it allows you to charge your rage faster. So when you're in matches, this is a good strategy. If you get knocked back, or if they're far away and they're not trying to commit, you can just charge your rage by consuming your sandwich. So sandwich is really good, and it's something you definitely want to keep in your arsenal at all times. And another thing about down special is when you use it you can throw sandwich in the air as well. But when you don't have sandwich and you do down special, you do this ground pound, which has armor, but you can also cancel it. So if you feel like you're gonna get hit, you cancel it, and you stay safe. This is good because if they try to hit you while you with like a non-armor breaking move, you can hit multiple opponents with this, and it covers a large area, so that can be good, and it also kills. So keep that in mind. Okay, so now that y'all have a good understanding about how his kit and his moves work, I want to go over how you should really be playing Shaggy. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention about his down attack is that you can actually do it again and apply slowness, which is really good in teams and singles. But yeah, I want to talk about how you should be playing him properly in both ones and twos. So Shaggy is he's really good at baiting with movement. He's a good bait and punish character. He's good at like with punishing and catching bad approaches. So you want to like use movement a lot to get your offense and get your stuff going. So he has a good dash, like doing a lot of dash dancing, like slowing down, acting like you're gonna go in is really good. Forcing dodges out of your opponent. Okay, going in, bait the dodge, punish. That's something you can do. Or just trying to whip punish a dodge with this move is pretty good as well. Forces them to, it knocks them back, and it can set up for like a good edge guard situation. You know, coming in, and then also like knowing how to pick your spots too. Like you want to like dash jump a lot because look how far that goes. So you want to come in. They wouldn't really expect this. You come in with like so many different ways, like knee, down air, double jump. So a lot of things you can do to mix up how you approach with him, which is why he's so good. And then if you feel like you're bad at approaching, you can always force approaches with charge. So Shaggy always basically has an answer for most situations. I think what he struggles with the most is probably like dealing with like heavy projectile characters, because it can be hard to get in. But if you take it slow, you always have a way to like counteract that situation. So like you can always charge and force them to actually do something. So that's one thing I think a lot of Shaggy should get better, and also optimizing your combo game. Like you can link a lot of down attacks together, which is called wave stomping. You can combo that into a lot of things. Even you can combo that into a kill. If you can read their DI, or even if their DI wrong. So he's basically a character you want to optimize your combo game with, and have a pretty good solid bait in movement. So you want to have good movement and really good punish game and combo game to excel with Shaggy. Okay, so about perks. What are some of the perks you should be using as Shaggy? Well, this comes down to like choice on what you prefer. I mean, if you feel like you're a Shaggy that don't really like utilizing charge, then you know having the one last zoink is pretty good, because you know while you're taking, if you take 100 damage, you get rage, which can be really good, and you can get that kill. You know, if you find a good read, or you know you combo a good combo with it. I think Hangry Man's the best because, like I said before earlier, you always want to have sandwich in your hand, and you always want to be charging. So, well, not always, but when given a chance and the opportunity, you want to charge if you can. And I feel like this is the best perk you should be using. Some of the perks that I like to use with Hangry Man is, well, for one, I think you should use triple jump, because that's something that I feel like is the best when it comes to Shaggy. Triple jump is good because it allows you to, while you get the hit, to follow up with even another 2 more hits. So I think that's good. I like aerial acrobat, but you know, it's a preference. I like being able to move fast in the air. You know, be able to chase with Shaggy because he doesn't have the fastest air acceleration. So having that little extra boost is really good, especially in teams where it gets added. You get 20% instead of 10. I think that's really good. But in doubles, it's definitely gonna come down to your team comp and you know how you can benefit your team. Sometimes, the thing about Shaggy, he has so many setups he can run. You can actually be kind of a like, you can use him as like a projectile based character with Sandwich, and if you have like a projectile user on your team, you can help them out with like with ice and fire and stuff because you have Sandwich and you can actually use that a lot. So he has a lot of cool builds he can run, but for the majority, for the most part, you want to run like, you know, triple jump, especially in singles, because you want to be able to finish off your opponent. And the last slot, it can be a toss up, you know, it's preference too, is last stand, especially if you're running a rage perk, the other perk that the other unique perk. It works well with that because it increases Shaggy damage. So depending on how you like to play Shaggy, you can either go with more offensive perks that can help him kill earlier, or you can go with like basically movement perks that I like: triple jump, air acceleration, and the last slot is preference, to be honest. I mean, Shaggy has a lot of perks he can run. He's pretty versatile in that aspect, which is why I like him. And you know, you just play around with it. But these are the 3 best perks I think you should run, especially in singles. So, you know, yeah, just keep messing around and find out what you like. But this is what I like, and I found the most success with when it comes to perk setup with Shaggy. Okay, so as far as teammates goes, when it comes to teaming with Shaggy, and who I think are his best teammates in a 2v2 environment, I think he works best with us support characters like Velma, Raindog, and he's pretty good with mage characters as well because they're very good at disrupting and applying a lot of damage. And with Shaggy's role in teams, I think, is, you know, applying pressure and also killing and finishing off that kill that your teammate can do, especially if they can like rack up a lot of damage and, you know, have a lot of stage presence and, you know, forces your opponent to react to their projectiles or something. I think Shaggy benefits well when it comes to like teammates like that. But I don't think he really has any bad teammates. Like, I think he can work with mostly anything, but those 3 are the characters I think that he works the best with. Yeah, he also works good with tanks, so keep that in mind. But these are the 3 characters I think he really shines the best with. Okay, so that concludes my Shaggy guide. I hope you all enjoyed like what I had to say, you know, and I hope you guys actually enjoyed and learned a lot about Shaggy and how to play him. If you guys have any questions about Shaggy that I haven't mentioned, or you're confused about a certain thing, just leave a comment down below in my comment section, and I'm happy to help out and try to answer as best as I can. I had fun making this video, and I thank you all for watching. It'll help out a lot if you guys can like the video, subscribe, and, you know, help me push forward, because I really like this game and I want to dish out more content for this game. And I can't do it without you guys' help and, you know, supporting me. And let's keep it going. I love Multiverse. All right, Sice is out.